Amazing news for all the landlords out there. A landlord that I've been helping for about 3 weeks got her order of possession today, and she did it right. We consulted together, we planned together, we strategized together, and she got her order of possession. But it's not always that you're going to get your order of possession in such a short period of time. In fact, for myself, it took me between 4 to 6 months to get my order of possession. And this is because I had a very professional tenant that disputed my order of possession, even though she did not pay the rent. And so far, I have thousands of dollars in unpaid rent and damages. And then I got really fed up of this system and very, very frustrated. And I decided to tell my story, and I started to post in a landlord group. And then it snowballed from there. Tons and tons of landlords are going through a very, very horrible process with this system. So this is why I decided to help landlords. At first, I was just doing it for free. And then, of course, I had so many landlords reaching out to me that I had to make sure that I was really having some good boundaries with my time. And I am now very passionate with this process in order for landlords to get the assistance, get informed, get awareness, because even though you apply to evict a tenant or you give a tenant an eviction notice, this is not the first step of the process. You have to be 10 steps ahead, and you have to know from start to finish what's going to happen. You have to plan right. A lot of landlords, they get sent back to the beginning because they don't have a really good case. And I think for a lot of landlords, they end up being very, very frustrated. They end up being very exhausted. They end up spending thousands of dollars in the process trying to actually get someone who's not a good fit out of their home. Now, there are some really crappy landlords. I want to help landlords that are good, hard-working landlords who end up having a very, very bad tenant or tenant who's damaging their property, and they need to actually remove them from their property. And if you want, you can reach out to me. I'd be happy to hear a little bit more about your story. And as a matter of fact, I'm looking for more stories from landlords because I want people to have way more awareness about this system. It's such an unfair system, very out of balance. There needs to be a lot of changes with our laws that helps a very balanced and fair process along the way. Now, there are some amazing tenants too, and I've had amazing tenants. I actually have amazing tenants. But when you're faced with a tenant that's not necessarily a good fit and or they are in breach of the agreement, you need to have a plan of action. You really need to strategize correctly. You have to have your ducks in a row in order for you to have a very successful eviction, because I've made a lot of mistakes along the way myself. I have a lot of stories I can tell about this process. So feel free to reach out to me. Feel free to share your stories. I'd be happy to hear a little bit more about your process. And I'm really happy for her, a very well-deserved eviction. And of course, this is not the end because, of course, there are other things that she'll need to do to prepare herself moving forward. All right. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to hearing from you real soon. Bye.